Greetings, my random assortment of internet people. My name is the Nitro Flamer, and welcome to the Soulless Arcade Christmas Special. Christmas is a time for many to celebrate the birth of that one guy who made some pretty dope wine. I think his name was Juice. All joking aside, the holiday season is a great time of year, celebrating your family, all that crap, getting presents, and of course, wearing those butt ugly sweaters. You're probably wondering why my face is so zoomed in, and I'm not wearing one of those aforementioned sweaters. After all, I am a hoodie man, plus I could think of much more inventive ways to look retarded on Christmas. Just saying. All joking aside, the holiday seasons are truly a wonderful time. It doesn't matter what you're celebrating or what religion you believe in. The holidays are a time to get together with family and friends to celebrate all the good times you've had, and also getting gifts is a good bonus. And of course, there are several ways to celebrate the holidays. And what better way to celebrate the holidays than play a shitty Game Boy Advance game starring Santa Claus holding a fucking handbag as a bludgeoning tool? Santa Claus Saves the Earth is, well, it's a game. A game, if you recall, I did a small run of, which doubled as a review a while back. I deleted the video because it fucking sucked.
Please, somebody, shh.
I hyperventilated like a meth head, I paused way too frequently for a stupid over-exaggerated rage meter, and for whatever reason, I felt the need to straight up plagiarize another man's work, aka the British YouTuber Cadicarus, whom I referenced a tad bit too much. I want to make up for this crime against humanity, and so today I decided to gift you with a proper review of the game, no Let's Play shit, that actually has my own original jokes, not too much referencing plagiarism shit, and actually discussing why this game fucking sucks. I also wanted to do this to celebrate the holiday season, because it is Christmas time, and despite the game's terrible quality, it's still a Christmas game, so yeah, and also to show you a glimpse at the TNF show, which will come soon, I can assure you that. And if all yous at home are wondering, "Hey Flamer, where the fuck is your 500 subscriber special? I've been waiting 6 months for it, you bastard!" Or probably more than that, I don't know, I've lost track of time. Well, haha, the funny thing is, in all clips of that video I've currently done recorded, I have long hair, and right now, I don't. You see, the game I'm playing was so shit, it caused me to rip out all my hair in a fit of violent rage, so I really didn't bother finishing all the recording before that point. Instead, I just kind of ripped it all out in a blind rage. So yeah, I gotta wait for it to grow back to finish the 1 or 2 clips I actually need to finish recording. With that out of the way, let's get into Santa Claus Saves the Earth. First of all, a bit of clarity. I'm going to be emulating the Game Boy Advance version of this game as opposed to the PlayStation 1 version of the game Caddy reviewed. Mainly because, 1, I don't accidentally go overboard with the references, I don't want this to end up as more plagiarism, and 2, the Game Boy Advance version was the only ROM I could find of the game, and there are more fun methods of suicide I would rather buy than a physical copy of this game. Oh, sick. Actual leeches for only $5.99. Fuck yeah. What do you mean it's in Bitcoin? When popping the game in, well, in this case running the ROM of the game, we get introduced to a complete assault of your visual and auditory senses as terrible Game Boy Advance music plays while we see snow, housing, some trees, generic-ass logo, Santa in a red hazmat suit and holding a green body bag. What the fuck, game? Whoever this child-touching creep is. And the most Christmassy thing the devs could think of, lightning! Because when I think of Christmas, I think of Zeus smiting that which displeases him. I can only hope that what's being struck is either the assholes who made this game, or me, in the hopes that I don't have to play through this game and suffer. The intro cutscene introduces us to the most flimsy calendar ever seen. Like the page just falls straight off. How can you tell it's December 24th and not July 19th? It's that flimsy of a calendar. Anyways, it's Chrissy Eve, and the jolly old Kris Kringle is preparing his voyage on some of the most terrifying 3D renders I've ever seen. Holy shit, the Majora's Mask bird doesn't look as creepy as these reindeers. Anyways, this person, named Nillum the Fairy, gets her jimmies rustled at the thoughts of people celebrating Christmas and children getting gifts. And yes, I said her, because despite the model, Nillum's a chick. The only way to explain this is either she is the most ugly bitch on the planet, or she be doing the severing of her John Thomas, or in this case her
Johnny John Johnson?
I'm sorry, I needed to fit in just one. Let me have this, damn it. Anyways, Nillum uses her very specifically named Magic Copper. I don't know which one the game is referring to either. I'm assuming it's the pot, but I might be wrong. But anyways, she uses this copper to witness Santa preparing for Christmas and to trap him in her magic realm of ancient stone Egypt so that the world blows up or something. I don't know. In game, it's so that Christmas doesn't happen, but I do not know how that means Santa Claus has to go save the Earth. Either this game is implying that the lack of one of the most capitalistic holidays in the world would cause society collapse and cause pure anarchy, or the game is fucking lying to me with its title. Either way, the game serves as a good anti-communism message, I'll give it that. This game's plot is super generic, lazy, and meh, but I'll give it credit that 1, it is the least shitty part of this game, I'll give it that much, and 2, it is memorable in the sense that I'll never forget it due to it always residing within my nightmares. I think that segues over into this game's presentation, like graphics and audio and all that shit. It's fucking abysmal. The GBA is known for its mediocre sound capabilities, but this is just ear-grating! Compare this to other games on the system. Games on the generation prior. And games preceding that. I find it even more annoying than the PS1 version soundtrack, as that was just repetitive and forgettable. This is both of those things, plus with annoying Game Boy Advance instruments. Jesus Christ on a bike! Let's not leave out the visuals on this Ed, because, jeez, pre-rendered graphics always will end up looking somewhat dated eventually, but compare this to Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. You can see a clear distance in quality. Models don't look terrifying or straight up shit. In DKC, that game actually graphically holds up pretty well. It's still dated by a bit, but it's not terrible to look at. However, I'm going to go one step further and compare this game to Sonic Blast on the Game Gear. Yeah, the graphics kinda look like shit and age terribly, but the models in that game at least look like what they're trying to represent, and considering that that game was made for an 8-bit handheld, it just looks significantly more impressive than this 32-bit game! Holy crap! The 32-bit era should be able to render this shit, but nope! Sonic Blast on the Game Gear does a better job! That's not even talking about how much things don't feel that Christmassy in this game. I already mentioned that bolt of lightning in the title screen, but the first level takes place in an underground tunnel system that's pitch grey. It makes sense due to Nilum living underground according to the intro, but it doesn't fit into the Christmas aesthetic whatsoever! And then there's stuff in the level that's even clashing with the level's aesthetic, like giant fans, grandfather clocks, crates, and in some areas you can see exposed bits of the wall that show this takes place in ancient Egypt! Right near pyramids and shit! It just makes me want to explore underground tombs, like in Tomb Raider, or play some children's trading card games and some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or fight Pharaoh Man in Mega Man 4, or literally anything other than this shit! Excuse me for a sec, I need to consult with my emergency copy of Wii Play. Yes, I keep a copy in Wii Play in my jacket. It helps me cool off after playing shit like this! Ooh, that was a fun game. What now? Oh, fuck. God damn, I wish I had enough of those damn leeches. The game plays like your standard 2D platformer. You jump, grab keys for doors, fight enemies, and grab these pointless bits and boots. I have no idea what the purpose of these things are. Like, they fill up these files, but I don't know what purpose they serve. You could also collect some of these by going through invisible pathways, which is fan-tucking-fastic. Not gonna lie, during my recording session, I wanted to get into this part right here. I did not know how to get into there, but I found out invisible walls, because that is totally a fun and well-done trope in games. Fuck you, telegames. Fuck you. Santa's controls are unorthodox, to say the least. He's slow and doesn't have really any sort of weight or momentum to him. You start and stop on a dime in this game. Cough cough, Sonic Forces joke, cough cough. You can also feel the shit in the jumping, where instead of programming a proper jump arc, he just rises up and at a certain point falls down with no gradual shift in speed to indicate the peak of the jump, just a big oomph. Actually, this really applies to the PS1 version of the game. In the Game Boy Advance version, there is a slight arc, but it's barely fucking noticeable. I only noticed this because I nitpick the absolute shit out of games. Like, I could nitpick the entirety of Wii Play on the Nintendo Wii, for instance, but I'm getting off topic. The only enjoyment out of moving is Santa's sick parkour skills, as the man can vault up ledges like a boss, which actually does help if you slightly miss a jump. But damn, Santa doing sick flips, that is actually sick parkour skills, mate. I'm sorry, all this talk about parkour just makes me want to play Mirror's Edge instead. Be right back. Santa also has several attack options for the enemies he faces, like these troll motherfuckers and whatever the hell these spiked balls are. Are these hedgehogs? I'll give them this, they make me want to kill myself slightly less than Sonic's old movie design. However, these enemies also go back into the argument of this game not feeling very Christmassy, but I digress. You have snowballs, which you can aim up, down, left or right, no diagonals at all, which sucks. Slightly different snowballs. I don't know what these are or the differences between the normal snowballs because I never got this item in the game. And rapid fire tomatoes, which I have seen footage of. I didn't get it in the game, but you can see on Caddy's review rapid fire tomatoes. The problem with these weapons is that they run on a finite source of ammunition, and the levels only carry a certain amount of refills for this ammunition. Running out of ammo in this game leaves you stuck with Boiler Santa's body bag. Again, what the fuck game? But anyways, this attack sucks! While you can hold down the button to continuously swing and move at the same time, which is alright for a melee attack, you have to wait until the part of the animation that connects with the enemy so it does the damage, which is much more annoying than it sounds. And while at a standstill, the fucking attack moves you back, which is even more annoying. It's something you can get used to, but you will still fuck up several times, especially considering how small the fucking hitbox is. Jesus Christ! That brings into another issue with the level design. You will instantly get swarmed by a lot of enemies. I've been at the point where I've been cornered by the hedgehogs, which are fast as fuck, and these trolls just outnumber me. It's a pain in the fucking ass to deal with, and just adds to how shit this game is. The level design in the game is, well, it's definitely not good. It's generic and sloppily made with random shit put over the place. Some enemies here, some pickups here, some invisible walls over there, a spike pit which you can't see due to the screen crunch. Trust me, that happens a lot in my playthrough. I quit halfway through the second level because I couldn't see a pitfall that dropped me into a bed of fucking spikes due to the screen crunch. That really fucking sucks. Another issue with these levels, they feel so bloody slow! The levels only go for around 5 minutes or so, but with how clunky and not fun the controls are, they feel like they go for half a fucking hour! This is worse in the PlayStation 1 version because the levels actually do look significantly longer than the Game Boy Advance version, and there's this one part where if you fall off a platforming challenge on these moving ass platforms, which are the bane of my fucking existence, you have to do a replay of a lot of the level up till that point, which sucks! I hate these moving platforms, I hate how the game sits you back, I hate the Game Boy Advance's screen crunch, I hate these secrets! This so fucking sucks! The level design is not the worst part of the game, but combined with how slow it feels, Santa's shit controls, enemies swarming you, a bunch of archaic design flaws that just ruin this, it just makes this game so shit and not fun. All of this is due to the enemy swarms, the botched physics, and it is even worse with the pre-rendered environments. It just hurts my eyes. I did get through the first level, but then I get sent to another level with shitty pre-rendered graphics, although I'll give this one credit, it actually does have Christmas-esque aesthetics thanks to the snow, but this is just even worse. I died twice in this level, both due to screen-crunched pitfalls. This is not how you design a game! This was the part of the game where I just gave up. It was pissing me off way too much! The only thing that remedied this horrible game time was admittedly one of the funniest game over screens I've ever played. Santa Claus Saves the Earth isn't the worst game I've played, but that does not remedy shit. It's still fucking atrocious. Make no mistake about that. Generic plot, shit presentation, awkward physics, generic, lazy, very samey looking level design that relies on cheap, archaic gimmicks, and just a lack of Christmas spirit, which really does not make the game worth it and just bogs down the experience even more to make a terrible game. If I had to rate this game, it'd be a 2.8 out of 10, so I'll give this the TNF rank of D. There are worse, but steer far away from this shit game. If you want a fun Christmas game during the holiday season, I suggest play the free fan game Merry Gear Solid. It's a fun little parody game based on the Metal Gear series and rather enjoyable half-hour experience that actually did much better job than this shit you people watching this video out there, it doesn't matter what religion you are, I hope you enjoy your holiday season. I know this isn't the funniest season, but this is my holiday gift to you all. And I hope, no matter what you get, I hope you spend your holidays how you like and enjoy whatever comes your way. My name is the Nitro Flamer. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a way to get some Bitcoin. I want those leeches! Wait a minute. See you guys at the 600 subscriber special. I've got some leeches to buy! I'm sorry, all this talk about Mirror's Edge just makes me want to play... Wait, fuck. I'm not talking about Mirror's Edge. This game... what the fuck? Comma? Why is there a comma in my script? I said S, not comma! I'm not saying this game, comma, plot is super lazy, generic. Fuck! Holy fuck, why am I being so autistic?